just came back from college. You can probably tell from the way that I look cooked almost. You're wondering what that is. Can you see the star shape of it? The pimple patch, but it's like so cute and it's skin colored, except you can't see it in certain lights. So I just came back from college and we got hoodies. Like, I got hoodies. This is a college hoodie and it's pretty and it's red like everything else. And I used to hate this red color initially, but now I've sort of started liking the way that this color looks. It's kind of pretty. It's red. It's so pretty. Today is Friday actually, and agenda for this weekend is going to the camp. I have a camp on Sunday, which means that we basically go to certain societies and we give them a free dental health checkup, and they let us and they like basically those some of those patients come to back to the hospital and then they get their treatment done, and that's good. And okay, so Sunday I have my camp, and Saturday I'm not doing. I mean, besides college, I have nothing else to do, which means that I will be preparing for my seminar. Now, what a seminar is basically you get a certain topic from your college and you make a PPT on it and you explain it to your batchmates and your seniors and basically your professors as well. But well, it's kind of serious. So I got to prepare for that. My topic is study models and their analysis, which is quite important if it comes to orthodontics because it's kind of like done for every patient when you're planning the treatment. And I'm kind of excited about that. Besides that, I was thinking I was watching. Oh, I bought some pants.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Thank you for getting me. Thank you for getting me to 50 subscribers, by the way. I just saw it yesterday, and like, those videos where you don't really expect anything to happen, and you just like, I'm just sort of like, see, in life, if you focus on getting the results, which is basically something that you can't really control. For me, for example, if I'm putting out these videos, my goal is eventually to build a community or get all of those things, but those things are essentially out of my control because I can't choose what people will watch and I can't choose what people will like. But I can't really control the outcome of a situation, but I can control the input, which is what I have been focusing on. I just want to, by the end of this year, I want to put up 25 videos almost. Um, and then I want to double down on that speed in the next 6 months, and I just want to put videos. I don't know if any of these videos are of any help to any of you guys, um, but I'm just documenting my journey because when I was thinking about doing my MDS in orthodontics, I had no clue who to look up to, or I had no clue who to even consider just to ask questions or whatever. Obviously, I had a few people, I had like a couple of dentists, but they're all like already established dentists. They have like their own clinics and everything. There was no student around me for me to ask questions or for me to get to know about this field or if I was making the right decision. And especially being up north, since for my UG, all I knew basically was my UG college down south. So all I knew was the people down there and what they were doing and how they were doing it. But the way things are done up here in this part of India is quite different. From just the fee to the academic structure to everything, there are little tweaks and little differences that do exist. Um, there are advantages to both of these systems, obviously, but I didn't know as a UG student if I was making the right decision, if I was even being given the right amount of information. I was so close to going to a college that had no um, reliable faculty members or that didn't have a good ortho program. And I still think about that and I'm like, what if I had got into that? I would have paid the same amount of money as I've been paying in this college because as a young student, you don't realize that there are so many things for you to consider. Like I was considering a college very close to my house. This is not very close to my house. This is like still like 1.5 hours away. But I was considering a college which was very close to my house, which could have backfired and become like a decision that I would have regretted. Me, if someone's going through the same thing, if someone's looking out for the same kind of journey that I have, then I would really love to help any and all of you guys. And I'm a young woman who's you know, navigating being a student for this long. And that's kind of you know some days are very scary, some days make you feel very hopeless, and what's going to happen, how it's all going to turn out. And if some days I have lost hope, some days I've cried and I've thought about, oh my god, what have I done, like all these years of getting a formal education only for me to be 25, 25, and no, I don't feel like an adult. I don't feel like I didn't feel like an adult when I graduated college, and I was already, and that was 5 years of undergraduation. So all of my friends who had gone to engineering colleges or gone to like other courses or they had taken like become teachers and whatnot, they were all earning, they were all doing something or the other. And this is kind of the downside of picking a career that not a lot of people do pick in general. It's important for people who are already navigating through it, for them to be able to maybe in any form guide the younger generation, or the how they can do things in different situations. And if any of that is any help to anyone, I think that would be like my purpose would be solved. And yeah, so I'm still navigating through all of that. I would love for you guys to join me on this journey, of course, because it's not just like I feel like the way internet wants you to select a niche and everything is so one dimensional, because nobody's that 1D, right? I am not just a dentist. I'm not just a girl, a woman. Sorry. I'm not just a dentist, I'm not just a woman, I'm also so many other things. And there are so many different aspects of my life that may be useful to some people. And I think it's very important to document my journey. I feel like we've been documenting our lives since the ages of cavemen, so why should I not do it? Why should I? And even when I've been posting all of these videos, I've been noticing that like I'll look at one of those videos and I'll be like, oh, this is what I was doing in this video, and this is what I was doing at this point. And that's kind of the memory that I want. In my UG college, I've done so many things, but then all of that has become so blurred together. Like I know I've had a good time, but I don't know if I've had a good time doing things that have mattered, or doing things that I've actually wanted to do, or doing things just because other people around me wanted to do those things. This kind of audit, when you're documenting your life, there also becomes a responsibility for you to audit it. I've been doing that. I've been looking at things that I've been doing throughout my day or throughout my week, and I've been analyzing if it's, or I've been assessing if it's something that I actually want to do, and something that something that I would keep wanting to do for the rest of my life, or for not for the rest, but like for a long term period. Since I've started my YouTube channel, I think I've picked up more hobbies. I think I've taken more chances. I think I've put myself more out there. It's like a good, productive hobby. Like, this feels like I'm creating something. This feels like I've just come back from college, and my brain is already dealing with all the things that I'm supposed to do. For example, I've had to record this video, then I'm gonna be preparing for my seminar, which is kind of really important, and I'm enjoying reading for that seminar. Like, I would document the part of my journey where I read something and it makes sense, and I'm like, oh my god, like I love that. Getting into the hang of understanding things from a new perspective, and not just reading academics for the heck of reading it, or for the heck of just passing an exam. I've kind of been doing it as a regular thing. If someone's watching this, you guys should utilize your time reading actual things. For example, I don't know how many of you all are author students, or if you know, there's this one book called Moyers, and I was reading it as a reference to my seminar. And while reading it, I realized that that guy who wrote that book, he's so sassy that I'm just like, just from reading a few pages or a few paragraphs, I feel so connected to him. Like, I think he's so funny. I think the way he analyzes other people's work, the way he puts forward other people's work, the way he makes his um I don't want to say audience, but his readers understand a certain topic. It's so refreshing. So for him to be so cash, and for him to be so funny and so giggly in his books, it's kind of refreshing. And now I kind of want to go read his entire book, because I'm like, I like how he speaks. I like who he is. I like his personality. Yeah, I'm trying to be more like that. If what if I become What if like I turn out to be one of those people? What if people like the way that I speak? What if students or whatever they like the way that I explain certain things? And that's kind of the goal, right? To become a person that you would have looked up to when you were young. Yeah. Anyway, I was showing you guys my leggings. So this is what I bought for winters, and it's one of those things where you can, I don't know how much you can see, but you can like it's gonna look like, yeah, it's gonna look like skin under here, but it's like completely fleece lined. So I'm gonna be warm. That's kind of nice. I love being warm in the winters. I was also listening to the self-titled album. I was listening to it and I was thinking, oh, they're not that good, huh? Then I realized in order to be great at anything in life, you don't have to have like 50 people telling you that you're good. The first step in order to become great at anything, you have to first believe it in your own head that you deserve to be there. That you, like those people, like that band, they probably produced all that music or they made all that music and they thought, our music is fucking great and it deserves to be listened to by millions of people. And why don't we make a band and why don't we make a lot of music and just see where that goes. So you have to believe in yourself first before anyone else gets to believe in you, anyone else. And I feel like people who do believe in themselves, regardless of what anyone else around them is thinking, end up attracting that sort of attention from everyone, right? The more you invest in yourself, the more other people invest in you. There was this one quote that I'd heard earlier, and it said, um, take off the please like me sticker from your head and put it where it belongs, which is on a mirror, which is so bang on because nobody else needs to like you, nobody else needs to believe in you, nobody else needs to think that what you're doing is a good idea except yourself. Okay, bye.
नाश्ता तैयार है सर और कुछ चाहिए बोले तो मैं Yeah, just give me some